right?
Okay.
Like I played with Joey from I Hate Paintball in 2010 Chicago with Lethal. So like I'm going to have the I Hate Paintball on our new jerseys. Oh yeah, we signed with Max by the way. So we're going to be all in Max gear this year. And on the jersey it's I Hate Paintball and it's just about supporting my friend.
Right.
I got to see Joey go from just this quirky redheaded funny kid.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Paintball Lounge, where today I have a wonderful man known as Andrew Beard from LAX, and this is LAX Evolution now.
Yep, yep, LAX Evolution.
Evolution, man. What's up, man? Thank you for
Not
coming
a
on the show.
Nothing much, man. No problem, no problem. Glad that you had me on, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting. I'm like, you know what? I need to get someone from our home, like the home state, the home field, on here. It's been a long time. I think the last person I did was, I think it was Q
Well, yeah, you had BB on there,
at BBS. BB and
you
Q were the
know.
last two. So it was like, yeah, it's time. I think it's time for her to have some good old Slido people here.
Oh, yeah.
So, what got you started in paintball?
Well, so I started back in 2006. So it was post Katrina, and I'm an avid skater. I've been rollerblading since like the late 90s, ever since I was a kid. And they used to have this place called Paintball Planet that was like a half skate park, half paintball place. And I was there skating. I got tired of being the only rollerblader there. So I had my brother and cousin were there playing paintball, decided, you know, let me give it a try and played once and it was just hooked from there, right? Just like all of us, right? You just play one time and from there, that's what you want to do.
Right.
So from there, I played from 2006, started my first little team, Midnight Assassins. We actually played an LAX ball and came in second in one of those tournaments back in 2007. That's how long I've been knowing Drew at LAX is, now we're like coming up on 20 years. Just
Damn.
ridiculous. Yeah. And then I stopped playing in '08, came back in 2010, stopped in 2012, came back in 2014. And then in 2014, I started NOLA Distortion, which had Brian Rosenthal on it, which you know from he's part of the Hurricane staff. Dalton Ashley was part of NOLA Distortion, who plays for the Bearcats now. And actually, BB's first jersey is a NOLA Distortion jersey. So BB actually played for my team briefly. It was like right at the end of the team, he joined up, but like, yeah, his first jersey is a NOLA Distortion jersey. And then
Wow.
when my wife got pregnant with my first one, with my first daughter, I quit playing paintball. Just financial life. I needed to, just like we all do, right? Like needed to step back to prioritize my actual life. And then fast forward 7 years, we had another baby post COVID, all these things, and I find myself like finally it's some free time because the girls are a little bit older, a little bit more financially stable. So about a year and a half ago, I decided to start playing paintball again. And of course, straight to LAX. Um, and I like to run my own team. I don't. It's kind of now just this is my third team that I've built from scratch, and
Mhm.
it's just kind of I like to dictate. I don't know how to say this.
You like to have the leadership role, like you like.
That yes, I tend to. I say this all the time. If you want it, you'll make it happen, right?
Right.
And I've always been that guy that will consistently go to the field every weekend. That just wants. I always end up being the center of what I want to make, right? So like when I play music, I end up being the guy that creates the band, right? Or like when I skated, I was the guy that like constructed the weekly sessions for everybody to get to and get together. I just kind of tend to because I want it to happen, I make it happen. So yeah, about a year and a half ago with Jordan, who also played on Nola's Distortion when he came back. to play with me. I asked him, hey, do you want to do this again? And he said, yeah. So we started at the time it was CC Evolution. We started with that, and then Rosie jumped on as our coach for the first year or so. And then we picked up, a bunch of other guys around the field. And now we're about a year and a half into this, and we've played a few tournaments, done well, and just kind of, doing the divisional paintball thing, right? Just kind of rolling on.
So now, since CC Evolution is now known as LEX Evolution, is it going to be the new D team starting line, or is it going to be
Well, we are a D5 team. No,
okay?
we're not associated with the factory stuff. We're kind
Okay,
of just doing our own thing. It's a different vibe, right? Like the
okay,
different teams for different people kind of situation. We're just, yeah, exactly. Just a different vibe. Just they're our brothers. So I've been playing against Rustin for 20 years. Rustin has been shooting me for 20 years now. So like nothing's different about that. Again, I go way back with those guys.
understandable. I mean, and y'all doing a pretty damn good job. I mean, y'all play at tournaments that no one ever heard of. I think you told me you were playing at Georgia's.
We did
Was it?
Bear Ridge. We did Bear Ridge twice at NGXL.
How
And
was
then
that?
it so the place is gorgeous. It's northern Georgia. There's mountains everywhere, and it really is like something out of a movie scene. It's like right in a wildlife preserve too, so like there's all kinds of stuff. And again, you're driving through all these mountains, and there's like twisting and turning. It really feels like something out of a video game. Like when you show up at the field, there's like because again, there's like a mountainside in the middle of it and everything, and there's just a paintball field plotted right there. The competition out there was amazing. Everybody there was great as well. It did rain both of the tournaments the entire time from morning
Wow.
until, well, you're up in the mountains in northern Georgia. It's gonna rain. So, but we're Southern Louisiana boys. Put your rain lid put your rain lid on and get to work, right? So yeah, so we did NGXL and then we just played the XTPL. We played the Challengers at FIT just this past December, and that was a lot of fun. If you haven't been to FIT, FIT is so much fun. Everybody there is so nice. I got to meet a bunch of the guys from FIT as well because they all play in the champions. Uh, and like again, it's all kind of a family vibe. They even do a product toss like in the middle of the tournament, and it's like a mini Mardi Gras. That's where I got this, the Hydra. But yeah, it's like a mini Mardi Gras. They're throwing all kinds of Hydra stuff. Wyatt, who's on our team, is like 6'3", and he's like grabbing all kinds of stuff. It was a lot of fun, dude. But yeah, and we did good. We went 2-2, missed getting out of prelims by like 0.25 of a point as things happen. But they were like, it was one versus five other teams that all went 2-2. So we were just almost there of getting past prelims. But we'll be back. It's going to be fun. I think this year we're talking USXBL. We're probably going to do maybe one in Texas, one in Florida, one in Texas kind of thing, and then
Hmm.
throw in an XTPL and maybe a Lavina in the middle of that. So we're trying to, trying to keep it going, right?
Yeah, especially now since, like you said, UXBL is gonna take a big, like they're gonna go to Florida and to Texas. So it's kind of like, it's
It's
kind of like
options for us. That's the thing.
it's
That's
oh
the
yeah,
way I
it's a
look
lot of
at it.
options. It's a
you
lot of
draw you
options.
draw the 9 hour circle and like yeah you have the USXBL this side, you have the USXBL this side, and then again NGXL is like kind of in that little circle.
Mm,
But yeah, like that's for us it really doesn't matter which one, it's just which dates work for us, right? I don't think we're trying to play for a series. I don't think we're ready for that, to be honest with you. But
mm,
we'll get there. We'll get there. Take it one step at a time. We're all family guys, right? I'll be 39 in March, right? I decided to come back to this, right? Yeah, I'll be 39 in March. I got two kids, but like I have Noah on my team who's 18. I got Jordan who's 26, and then I have Willie who's 38. So we're all mixture of ages and stuff. But that's like the beauty of like that D5, D4 is that like you can do that. We can still compete. We can still participate and like have these adventures and do all of these things. Like compared to anybody that like you talk to in your workplace and like ask them like what they've done on the weekends and stuff, it nothing compares to the kind of things that we get to experience traveling for tournaments and preparing for all of this, the stories, the hardships that you go through. Like all of those things. We can still do those things even at this age. Well, like again, with everybody, right? That's the beauty of paintball, right? Is that the gun's the equaling factor. Come on, we play against Hollywood all the time, and he's what, 15, 14,
Yeah, I think
15?
he's almost the age when Justin was still, well, Justin still is, Justin's just
Baller.
major baller. But yeah, Hollywood is getting up there. But it I just love how, I did not know you were 39. I really did not. That just I threw you do not look 39. You really do
Well,
not look like your
thanks.
age.
No, if I take the hat off,
No, you don't look 39. You really don't. You still don't.
I've always looked a little younger than what my age has said. But at the same time, I stay active, right? Like
Right.
even when I wasn't playing paintball, I was skating. So there was always something that I was doing that I was keeping active. I hate just sitting around and I feel like my body's just wasting away. No, I need to keep moving. And I work behind a desk. I work in IT, right? So I'm behind a desk like most of the days, and like dealing with back problems like anybody, right? Just like so, I need to do something to combat that and like stay active and move and everything. So
Oh,
yeah,
I get it. I understand completely. By doing it's doing IT especially, it's like, it can do really damage to your back because you're sitting a lot, and um especially, it's to keep yourself moving every single time, especially working a desk job. It helps, so you don't get rusty, especially
oh
on the
yeah,
field with
oh yeah,
hundreds.
man.
So I get what you're saying, man. I really do.
Well, you got to fit in your drills during the week and then the afternoons to keep fresh, right? Like we only could be at the field so much.
So now, since you're known as LAX fat evolution, I keep on saying want to say factory. It's just so because there's
I know, right?
it feels so weird to say it like evolution. I'm
But at
like,
least it's like a new LAX team. It's not another like LAX machine or LAX,
are
not a
you
rehash
afraid
of
of
what
that?
came before.
Are you
Wait,
afraid of
what?
that? Like, are you afraid that
No. No,
like
again, Drew, I've known Drew for 20 years. Again, I've been playing with all of these guys, right?
mhm,
Like it is to wear that field's badge is an honor, but it's also supporting my friends, right?
okay,
Like I I played with Joey from I Hate Paintball in 2010 Chicago with Lethal. So, like I'm going to have the I Hate Paintball on our new jerseys. Oh yeah, we signed with Max, by the way. So we're gonna be all in Max gear this year. And on the jersey, it's I Hate Paintball, and it's just about supporting my friend.
right,
I got to see Joey go from just this quirky, redheaded, funny kid that was picking on Russian Legion from the pits, like and then like see him progress into this man and then be like this figurehead of paintball. But like I've got to see that happen amongst a lot of my friends now, like Stuart Ridgel, right?
mhm.
I've always been
This
paint.
video is brought to you by Pelican Paintball here in Metairie, Louisiana. If you want the absolute best place to get your paintball needs, whether it's mask, hoppers, gun, pods, even paint, head up to Pelican Paintball in Metairie, Louisiana. Their staff is amazing. The owner is amazing. They will set you up with all the markers you want to grab or the mask you would like to have, the pod packs, you name it. They are very friendly, and that they are a sponsor of the Paintball Lounge. So I'll put the link down in the description below where to go to and their website. But head to Pelican Paintball in Metairie for all your paintball needs. Now let's get back to the episode.
I've always been paintball adjacent, right? So like the Rocket Kids have been kicking my butt for the longest time. And I got to see Stu go from this like just really good divisional kid to like now look where the Hurricanes are. Like I have friends who are on the Hurricanes. That's wild. That's wild. The fact that I took a 7 year break and when I left, I knew all of these guys. These were just guys that I played paintball with. Like Gulf Coast even played in 2017. We hosted a little tournament at Phil's Paintball. And Gulf, that was like one of Gulf Coast's like Gulf Coast Hurricanes back then, like one of their first kind of tournaments and stuff. So to see like I take a break for 7 years, come back, and they're a pro team and a successful pro team, not just one that like hit the pros and got relegated. Like they've been there now for years. They've earned their stripes. And then Rosie being a part of that group, he's been one of my best friends for years. So like now to see all of these guys like flourish and be these figureheads in the sport is wild. It's so crazy.
Without a doubt. Especially, well, I said this before, and people like Hurricanes to me are always going to be known as Louisiana Hurricanes. So no matter if they change it to Texas, if they change it to Texas, I'm going to say this: they're not Texas. They're not Texas. They're Louisiana boys. We're just
Well,
we just got
how many Texas teams are actually Texas teams, right? Like Houston Heat, was it, did they really practice in Houston?
that,
Like, so
but still, it's like yeah, like everybody's like, oh,
they're
the
still my
tech.
friends. I'm gonna root for my friends. That's how that's gonna happen, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It's just that to me, I'm like, I'll tell them this. Like, someone say, "Hey, are you like a hurricane?" Because the hurricanes are like from Texas. And I will look at people dead in the eyes, be like, "Nah, they ain't no Texas boys. They're Louisiana, true blood Louisiana boys." Except for
Well,
a couple
now
people.
they got a Russian on there too, so it's not all Louisiana anymore. And Cato's from Texas too, like, so they have a little bit of Texas blood, like, but again, at least they're South adjacent, right? Like, it's still close enough that I can still root for 'em, right? Like,
Yes, it's
what's our
close
next
enough.
option? Tampa? It's like,
Oh,
well,
don't
I guess the
no no
Jungle
no no
Cats,
no.
Atlanta.
Well, I
We
might.
could root for Atlanta.
Well, I mean, I may, because made my last
Okay,
episode. I made my last episode. I had a guy from I-7, yeah, Interstate 75. He was on the show, um, and he was playing for the Jungle Cats. So me and him talked about the Jungle Cats, and you know, I just like the fact that there's more Southern, than Texas and Florida. There's more Southern teams joining the pro division, and you know, I just love it.
well, and it's also seeing like these grassroots teams. Like it's not big money guys just coming in and buying a bunch of big guys. Like we've seen that routine over and over again. It's really nice to see like these families and brotherhoods like digging in and like becoming these monster teams and stuff. It's really cool to see. Now I hope the Jungle Cats can stick it out. I really do. The pro bracket is so difficult. So, you listen to I just listened to the last coaches show with Hinman, and he was talking about how like how hard that pro bracket is. And like these guys are all coming up from seasons where they did really kind of well, right? You do
Hmm.
first, second, third, all throughout a season, you're coming into a completely different game. And you're like hoping not just to survive. That's like that think of that as like in the mentality of a team, right? That like you go from dominating, no one's gonna touch you, and then you're just showing up the next year just to survive. So like
Right.
it's that much of a step up from everything. So yeah, I want to see them, and I like their coach, so
I mean, everybody. I mean, I like
hurricane
the coach as
adjacent,
well. I mean, I like the coach as well. I think Mike is. I think to me, Mike Bianca, being the coach for the Jungle Cats, not only
Perfect,
being close.
perfect fit,
It's a perfect fit. Oh yeah,
perfect
without a
fit.
doubt, because it's close to his house, close to the state that he lives, and it's just
Well, just the type of team, right? This is
yeah, he
Hurricanes 2.0 kind of situation. He's coming in. He's going to show these guys how to be a professional team, which is
yeah,
what he does best. It's his MO, right? Like,
right,
here, let me take a already established organization, show them how to be a pro team, show them the few steps that are so different that are missing that you're not seeing unless you're in that. And again, Hinman even said it really they need spins. They need spins and experience, right? And I think
hmm
Mike's going to be able to bring that. So yeah,
yeah, without a doubt.
I think Jungle Cats are going to do well. I'm excited for this season, to be honest. Like this whole season, I want to see how everything rolls out because I'm even excited about the Hurricanes. Let's see what this big $2 million facility and all these new sponsors and everything. I want to see what that does for our boys, right? Like let's see them rise to the occasion.
Yeah, and I think this season, even though it was a crazy off season, people like always said like, "Oh, it's not that crazy." I'm like, it's pretty crazy. For the past 6 years since COVID and everything, it's pretty
I would say busy. Well, okay, so this season busy, last season crazy. The big moves last season that was wild, and then like
yeah,
this whole season this year was wild with Mouse leaving, going this way that way. This is just a lot of movement and a lot of people kind of bowing out of the sport and allowing the newer generation to come in, right?
right,
Which is kind of going to be a part of it. Is change is going to be inevitable. We're all getting older, yeah, but like, and it's people like Greenspan, not gonna lie, giving people like me hope that I could still go do this in divisionals, right? Like Drew's in my ear all the time. Come play mech, come play mech, come play Tin Man, like do it with all the old guys. But like, if I can still compete and like do the speedball thing, that's what I'm gonna do. I never did the rec ball thing ever. Like, I mean, from the get go, when I started at Paintball Planet, I immediately became friends with the people that worked there. And then they brought me out to Lethal to go play real paintball. And then I started the team and instantly was in that speedball inner circle. So I've never done the rec ball thing. I think I've played in the woods a max of like 4 times. And two of those times were like outlaw ball, like go to somewhere that somebody knows no one's gonna be and like show up at night with glow sticks and put it in like your mask and stuff and everybody's just like shooting in the dark. Yeah. Like that's the level of woods ball that I've done. I swear to God, every time I go out there, I shoot through 4 pods and a hopper, and then some little kid shoots me like in the ass from just sitting there the entire game while I've just wasted paint at everybody. I'm horrible in the woods. Just cannot play. Like
I mean, it's not as bad. I mean,
no, I'm bad. No, like it's I just don't know how to do it. Like I've been a speedball kid the entire time. I've never done anything else. I've all my guns have always been set up for ramping. That like I came in at I was part of that 2006, 2007 like boom of paintball that happened, right? Like I was the Ion kid, right? That was my
right.
first like tournament paintball gun was an upped ion. I was part of that group. So like,
No, I completely understand. I mean, we all had to start somewhere. You were speedball, and that's
yeah,
totally okay. I mean,
yeah,
I do know this. Like, I was watching y'all at I think it was the last XTPO. You did talk about that, and I watched a couple minutes of it, and I see y'all on the field, and
that was
like,
actually a mistake, by the way. So they messed up our schedule, and for some weird reason, our first game got thrown on the champions field. So like that's why we ended up on the webcast. I got on verbal. I was on verbal. And like I shouldn't have been. The challengers isn't even like on the webcast, but since they messed up our schedule, we played our first match And then like I was like, no, that's cool. We got on the webcast, and then like a few days later, it's 5 a.m. I'm like getting ready for work, and I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see I'm on Verbal. I'm like, wait, what? That's me! Holy crap! Like, and it's also cool that I'm, not just smokes on Verbal. Like, hey, like I'm the second LAX team on Verbal. Like, that's pretty fucking dope. Sorry, I don't.
No, you're fine. I mean, it's just like I'm like when I saw it, it was like, what the like I was because I was just so used to seeing smoke and factory or black and everything. I was like,
I don't
what
even
the
think Verbal knows that we're another LAX team, right? Like, just these random guys with purple jerseys, purple hockey jerseys, right? Because like our first jerseys aren't even real paintball jerseys. Like every time we slide, they go all the way up and you can see our pads and stuff, but like, balling on a budget. They worked for a season, and that's what the point was. Like get,
as
just get
long
through
as
a
they're durable.
season, right? So they
That's
worked.
what that's why I think about every kind of jersey that you get. As long as it's durable, okay. Especially Texas. Especially
Yeah.
Texas. No, but like I said, like when I saw y'all on there, I was just like I was shocked because you know I was like, wait a minute, that's evolution. Like, what the fuck they're doing on the webcast? Like, okay, let's see. I want. This would be interesting, like to see. Like, okay, let's see what magic
Oh, no,
y'all.
we got blown out our first game.
Yeah,
We
you
came
did.
like we did well the rest of the tournament. We adjusted and stuff, but like it's that waiting too long, between tournaments is always detrimental because it gets into your nerves and stuff. But
Right.
like I'm still personally even just like getting over that like first game nerves. But
Mm-hmm.
like once you get past it, get in the pits, readjust. And it was our first time doing a blind layout. We haven't done that
Mm.
before. So, and this was also our first tournament without a coach because Rosie after Cup was honest with us and he was like, he doesn't have enough time with the Canes and his like personal life. He doesn't have enough time to coach as well for a D5 team that's not paying him. So like, no feelings hurt at all, like completely understood. But it was our first time doing player coaching. And but at we turned it around and then we like actually the next 3 games we did great. We could have tied it up with that last point on that last match. We went 2-3, and on that last thing, we could have really tied it up, but Jordan and I got kind of a little antsy and threw our bodies away. But all learning experiences, right? And as I
Mm-hmm.
said, we only missed getting out of prelims by like 1 point. So you know, yeah, I
No,
can't be mad at my guys for that. Like we
no,
actually
no.
were successful in what we went out and did. Like we that's the thing is like I never understood why people would get upset with like really any kind of expectations going into a tournament, right? Like anytime when you come out of it, even if I've gone to a tournament, paid all that money, and lost every single match. Like when I did NOLA Distortion, our first tournament, we like literally lost every single match. Then we went back home, learned from our mistakes, sat there and worked our fucking asses off and then came back to milk and came in second and then first. And so like I know what it takes. Yeah. So like it's that whole idea of like understanding how to lose and like how to take your losses and learn from them. Right? Like that's such an important aspect of paintball that I feel like not enough people work on, right? You see so many people get really upset or mad or punch bunker or whatever, and you're not learning anything from that. You're not getting any better. That kind of frustration and shutting things down is not going to progress you in any way. What you should be doing is like stepping back, taking a look at the field. Where did you get shot? Why did you get shot? What can you do to not get shot? Right? Like that should be in your mindset and like understanding on how to lose and learn from your losses, understanding that your losses are an opportunity to learn, right? Like
Right. Like,
every great always says that they lose a lot before they start winning because winning is something that you learn how to do, right? It's not even about skill at that highest level. It's about understanding of knowing how to win, right? And you learn how to do that. And you only do that by losing a lot and learning from it. So like, yeah. So
I
that's
agree
that's the
100%.
mindset that I've always tried to keep going into every tournament is like on the outside, what positives that we had and what negatives have we had and how can we improve, because it's the whole point of this. We're all volunteers, right? So like
Hmm.
we should, that's the thing, that's the addiction, that's what we're getting out of this, is improvement and developing and having these things with these guys and developing these relationships. So like, yeah.
I agree 100%. 100%, because that's how my mentality is on when you're on the field or when I'm on the field. Like, I don't expect I'm going to win every single point. No, I don't expect none of that. I want to, yes. But do I expect it? No, because anything can happen. And like, and honestly, I am not afraid. I relive this thing model all the time in my head. I am not afraid to lose or to fail at something.
Well, you can't be, right? Like that's that's the whole thing. Like you're not gonna last in paintball at all. Like more than a, maybe even a tournament,
Mhm.
if you really care that much about losing, you're not going to last in this sport. You're not.
No.
It's because you're going to experience. And we see those guys, right? Like you've been to the lower divisional tournaments. You've seen the guys that like are cursing and throwing themselves and throwing their guns and stuff, and you don't see them back the next year. Right? Those are the guys that complain about drill day. I don't see the point in drills, or I don't see the point in one-on-ones, or I don't see the point. And like those guys don't come back. They just fade away, and donate their money to somebody else. So
Yeah, I agree 100%. 100%. And it kills the sport. And what it does is because, you know, they don't give it a chance. Like they don't give it enough of a chance like you because they're so tired of losing. Okay, take it from me. I freaking try so many things on this podcast and so many times it has failed. But what do I do? Do I give up? No. I just try again, but with a different angle,
just keep
a different
swimming, right?
concept, a different mindset, and see if that works. That doesn't, I try again with something else. And that's what people need to do. Instead of like, I'm so sick of losing and having these tantrums, you know, understand the game a little bit more. Sit down a minute, like, and just reflect. Like, okay, I got shot off from
Reflection,
this angle.
exactly.
I got shot off the break. Was I too? Maybe I wasn't too fast, or maybe I had my arms sticking out. Like, just calm down, take a breather. Don't throw a tantrum and break your tank or your gun, or just give up the sport. I mean, that's
And well,
just
like and they're the ones that are starting stuff at the field, right? They're the ones that are chirping and throwing, yelling stuff and blaming even their own teammates for why they're lost, right? There's five people on the field. There's five people on the
mhm,
field, right? And all need to work together to accomplish something. There's never one reason why one thing led for a whole team to lose, right? Like if a side gets blown out, well, there's four people shooting one side and not shooting this side. Like that means that it wasn't one person. Like there should have been multiple people that understood the situation and like anyway. So, but yeah,
100%. And like, and another thing is this is that where I think that to me personally is that so many people try to compare themselves to another person. And I, or whether it's paintball or anything like the sport in general. And that's to me, it's like why you're trying to be why are you trying to compare yourself to like Ryan Greenspan? Why are you trying to compare yourself to this guy or this person? You can't do it. Like, because if you do that, then what you're doing? Like, what's the point of being original? What's the point of you spending your time, your energy, your money if you are just gonna be so upset because you can't compare yourself to this person? Like,
right. No, I agree with you. And then like again, trying to mimic yourself so much after somebody, you're setting yourself up to a limit, to a glass ceiling, right? Like you'll never be on that person because you're sitting there comparing, and you're never going to, if you're not going to self-reflect and understand where your the weakest points are, you're never going to excel beyond who you're trying to compare to, right? Like that's the biggest thing, right? Is like sitting there, and you're right, like just be your special, be your uniqueness. Like that is one of the things. I feel like that's well, and that's special even in our sport, right? Is like where we're playing the player as much as we're playing the game, and being crafty and unique and not guessable is so important, right? It's like that's another aspect of our game.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. You know, I'm going to say this. Take a for instance for Drew Bell. He's what like 43 in his 40s, and he's doing crazy shit at NXL. I mean, that is different. That's original. Like he's not trying to be somebody else. He's not trying to be Rocky from, you
No,
know,
no, and he doesn't look it either, right? Like,
yeah,
but what that's what I love about paintball. What you can't deny what works, right?
yeah, exactly.
You know, it it's one of those sports that like you'll find people that might not have the most orthodox of forms, but
Hmm.
if it works, then you can't deny it, right? Like you can't
Right.
deny results. And then we have plenty of people in our sport of all different body types and sizes and ages, and you find ways to make it work for you, right? And be the gun. What is Matty Marshall say all the time, right? That the gun is the ultimate equalizer,
Yes.
right? It's the thing that makes a son and father be able to play against each other, and it's an equal playing ground, right? They'll each
Right.
find a way that they can get an advantage on the other based on their own body type and style, right? Like that's
Mm.
I love that. I love that about paintball. Like that's
Yeah.
the big brain part, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
sure you still go through it trying to explain to your coworkers and you tell them that you play paintball and they think like you're dressed up in a ghillie suit, playing, army, and you're like, no. And since I've only played the sports side, I'm like, no, like this, we look like Power Rangers out there. Like we went the other route, right? Like, yeah, we were like, no, we need everything to look like space guns, and we need and like 2015, man, the pads on the jerseys, they got so bulky and everything. You really felt like you were a Power Ranger out there. Look at the KLR mask. It looks like Darth Vader.
Don't
Like,
remind me
we
of that. Don't remind me of that. That thing was freaking. I felt like Darth Vader.
right, like they
Shit.
couldn't breathe in it.
Oh, my honestly, to me, the people who still has a KLR mask and they wear it, if anybody still has it and you think and they think that it's the greatest mask of all time, like either
No,
you
I
know how to
dude,
hold your breath for
yeah,
that
like
amount of long time.
yeah, you're literally playing with like holding your mouth, I mean, hand over your mouth and trying to play. Like that's how exactly I wore a KLR for like 2 seasons because we won it. And I was, it was one of those things like I won my first paintball tournament. So I was going to wear the thing that I bought it, so, and I did play well in it and it sucked. It sucked really bad. I'm so good. Like, switched to a Pro Flex like last year. I've worn E-flexes in the past, like so
Mm-hmm.
you can definitely look up pictures so you can see me with like an E-flex. Finally switched over to a real Pro Flex last year. We'll never go back. Like that is my mask for life. It breathability, sound wise, like try on any other mask and then try yelling on the field and see if the person on the other side of the field hears you. And a Proflex, no problem. No, never any issue. You now like my voice carries, right? So
Right.
like I know that you can hear me. So like
Yeah.
in a Proflex, no issues. Like I will never go back.
Trust me, I feel like the Proflex to me is comfortable. Yes. Talkative. Yes. Very. You can hear people, and it's the OG mask that keeps on improving.
Customizable, right? Like it's
It's
we're especially in a sport where we're all wearing identical jerseys, right? And we're
yeah.
all supposed to look like these like the same thing except our mask. Our mask and
Right.
headgear is where our uniqueness comes from, right? And
Right.
nothing gives you that ability to reflect yourself than the Proflex.
Yeah, without a doubt.
skirts, all kinds of different bottoms, all kinds of different ears, colors, combinations, years of difference. And like they even have, statuses, right? Like if you have an OG bottom, you know that you've been playing a while. Like if it
Right.
looks like it's had some like really, mine's from 2015 or 2014, I think. It was a 2014 key bottom. At the time, I picked that sucker up for like 25 bucks. Now, since it's OG, right? Since it has the slats, it's like worth $100. I can't, I'm never leaving anywhere. But like, I just can't believe that like the things that we used to buy at Walmart because in the discount bin, Flex eights. I started in a Flex eight because I bought it at Walmart for like 54 bucks back in like 2006, and I thought that was like a starter mask. Like, and then went to an i3. So like it's the weirdest thing to come back and you're seeing dudes wear like rocking Flex 8s again, and it's like legit, right? They have them like murdered out and everything. It's just wild because that was like the cheapo mask at Walmart, and now it's this coveted thing, and they do all these cool stuff like different colorways with PB retro and stuff. But
As well as Rustin, he's dyeing the mask and
well, he
for
has his
people.
own little business now, man.
Yeah, it's just like
Like
it just changed the game. Like it just makes people. I hope that his business goes up pretty good. I hope Drew's business of Grind PB goes up pretty well because
you better be rocking one of the lenses. I know I am.
well, I mean, the thing about the lenses was this. Like, I know he has a yellow one, but there's two more lenses he has to have, and I will definitely rock with it. There's only two more lenses that I need to have.
What?
I need to have a blue because everybody knows my color is black and blue.
You should do the blue to clear fade. That's what I'm using right now. And I'm telling you, it's money. It's money.
And I
I'm
got
telling you.
and I have to have like a red because the thing about the red is this: the fact that
It works in all conditions.
not
Like
just
it
that,
that
it's because it will look so much better of the JT mess I have now.
I got Rustin to dye me my a clear lens red last year, and
Mm-hmm.
it was my favorite thing that it worked in all color conditions. Right? If it's
Mm-hmm.
bright, you can use it. If it's dark, it brightens everything up. I really did enjoy the red. So if he did do something with red, but like, what would you do a fade of red with? Right? Would you do a red to clear? Like that's the kind of thing I like. The reason why the smoke to yellow works so well is because like you have the HD on the bottom, right? But where the sun is, you got the
Mm-hmm.
smoke, right? So that, and then like depending on where the sun is, you can kind of tilt your head and get like more or less coverage kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The blue's the same way. So if you're doing a red, I wonder what you would do, like a red to pink, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know as well, but it's just because I know I have a
It'd be
JT.
fun.
It will be fun. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, just hopefully that Drew does great with the grind PB because I've seen The Office. He has a lot of stuff in that thing, so
Hmm.
hopefully, it goes from like overstock to not enough, which is
Yeah.
good.
Hey man,
Because
they had them at fit. They literally had the grind PB lenses that fit, So like, and I saw a few lenses rocking out there too. So like, they're reaching. Like, people are buying them. I definitely see them out there. The funny thing is, he told me that the inspiration behind it were like two lenses that Dye released back in like 2007 with the old i3s that like JT never released. And then like once he told me that, I was like, oh wait, yeah, like he's 100% correct. Like that smoke to yellow fade. I remember that so clearly, and like it's so cool to get that now with like the fucking Proflex and stuff.
oh yeah, without a doubt. No, honestly, it looks sexy. It does look sexy. I'm not gonna lie. But so now, so I want to know that. So you're in IT, and now under okay, I'm in IT too, but I don't have my CompTIA. But I'm still part of the IT world because because it does relate to paintball. It really does, and people don't think it
Yeah.
does.
One of the things that has always drawn me to paintball is the nerdy side of it.
Yes,
And I'm fully versed in most guns, how they work, how to tech them, what all the things are. Because again, yeah, I'm in IT. I really enjoy getting into the nerdier side of things,
Right.
like that, and paintball, and especially back in the day, man. Back in the day, if you went on YouTube and searched paintball, it was a bunch of like 30 and 40-year-old men sitting at dinner tables, like
Oh
talking.
shoot. There we go.
No, there we go. But yeah, it was a bunch of 40-year-old men talking at dinner tables about like, bore sizing, right? Like 40-minute long video about bore sizing. And
Right.
that's how nerdy it was back then. And then like, yeah, I've always been interested in that side. If you want a definition of over engineering, you show them a paintball gun because we figured out how to do it 15 years ago, and we've since just kept on picking at it, picking at it, picking at it. Right. But like you can pick up let's say 10 years ago, right? My 2014 Vanquish, I can shoot 10-2. It shoots it shoots fragile paint just fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it might only get eight pods and a hopper out of the 72, but that's fine to play an X-Ball match with. Like
Mm-hmm.
so, guns have only gotten more and more engineered for like, nuances, right?
Right.
Everything is now toolless and everything is more ergonomic and it's more efficient and it's all these other things. Like that's we've done all of these things, but it's definitely like over engineered to a T.
Well, do you think that if because we're everybody's talking about the future of paintball, and I've seen a couple of videos when people, you know, this video is brought to you by Grind PB. If you own a JT Proflex or want to buy a JT Proflex or you want to buy lens or parts for it, go to Grind PB. They have all the parts that you need to customize your JT Proflex, including the brand new blue to clear fade lens. They are very sexy, and JT is your most comfortable mask and the most comfortable customizable, as well as this. You can also get the smoke to yellow granted lens. They still got some. So please, if you want to customize your JT Proflex or just to get JT Proflex in general, hit up Grind PB. And now let's get back to our video. Talk about, masks that has cameras, like, because people know that about these little guys and everything, and how they were talking about, like, having like the cameras as a in the visor and everything. So with everything going on with AI, because of the fact the RAM shortage and the
Hmm.
crazy stuff is going on, do you think that that would be a good move for paintball if they start doing stuff like that?
No, so you wouldn't really use the meta glasses, right? Like that's a waste of resources if you're just looking for a camera that's going to be inside the goggles. Like that's the whole thing. Is that we're just if the meta glasses would never be an issue if they were just a camera inside of the goggles. If they'd never had Bluetooth or a communication device or any of these, or you couldn't talk to it, if it was just record, it wouldn't be an issue for that, right?
Right.
I think really the next step for paintball is how it's presented. Presenting, and that to me is the bigger thing, right? Let's take for example the ESPN 3-man, right? They use
Right.
the yellow shell paint and you could track that so much easier. Like you could really see where everybody was shooting and it made it where like why isn't the NXL utilizing this? And if you utilize a bright shell like that, talking about AI, you could use an overhead recording of that, use AI to track that specific color and draw little dots on the screen, right? Like you don't even need extra cameras. You wouldn't need anything. You would automatically be able to do that on the present footage, right? All you're doing is you're training an AI bot saying, hey, when you see this come out of this, draw these little dots, and it could do that in live time, live action. Wouldn't and it wouldn't be extra resources, right? Like that's where the utilization of AI, I think, in paintball at least, would be beneficial. And it would be in that helping of like presentation, because really what these tools really do, it just makes the things that used to be really expensive more accessible to people, to you and I, or lesser organizations, right? These are just more advanced tools that these organizations can do to mimic the things that the NFL use millions of dollars for, right? Now you can pay Google $100 a month, utilize their bot, and train it to do the things that you want it to do, and you can create your own thing, right? Like utilizing the tools, right? So the only problem I ever have with AI is when people try to like rely on it too much, or have too much faith in it, and they don't have a complete understanding what AI actually is. It's not an actual intelligence, right? It's a programming mindset. It's a way of constructing like solving a problem in a specific way, right?
Mhm.
And it also could mean a bunch of different ways of accomplishing the same thing, right? Like there's different types of AI, and most people don't even understand that because they're not programmers. They're not in the IT world. They just hear these marketing terms, and it's we're right now we're kind of in another .com bubble, right? So AI is the big word, and so a lot of people are investing into it without even a complete understanding of what it is. And at some point, there's going to be too much of it and not enough people demanding it, and it's just going to fall because we don't need it injected into everything. I think you've even seen this backlash on the internet, uh, where it's like, if you've had a Microsoft PC in the last 5 years and noticed how it's gotten progressively worse instead of better over the course of time because of all the AI help that they keep adding into it. It's nuts. And everybody they don't need that. They broke search. They broke, like, you can't search on your Windows 11 PC just by hitting the start menu and going into search, but some AI bot will come give you a bunch of internet things, but like you're just looking for the program that you had installed on your computer and it worked just fine 15 years ago. Like, anyway.
So
So I have
you think that paintball and AI is gonna come together one day?
no, I don't think so. I think if anything, it's a pushback. Uh, Paintball has its roots. One of the things I like about paintball is the fact that you're out in the woods, right? It has its roots in being, even our speedball kitty, thing that we do. It even still has its roots in the woods, and then it was, arena styled into what speedball is. But we're still like out outside, experiencing outside. How many times, like, people forget to bring out things to do a normal 10-second countdown, right? Bluetooth speaker and something to do a 10-second countdown. Everybody's going to do 5 seconds and then yell that instead, right? Like, I don't think that you're going to see that kind of technology on the media side, sure. Or you're going to see a lot of logos that look like, because people just go into Chat GPT and say, "Hey, give me a logo for blah blah blah," and everybody can tell what AI logos keep looking like, right? Because they all look
Right.
pretty much the same. We'll see a bunch of that in paintball, and I think we're already seeing that. We're already seeing that. If you go to the divisionals, like everybody's jerseys, are filled with AI now,
Right.
because it's just so much easier than paying somebody to actually produce art, which I'm not okay with. I'd rather pay somebody to actually make the art. I use
Well,
AI as a tool, not as,
well, I gotta stop you right there because my logo is from AI. Well,
you know,
the thing is
to each
this.
their own. That's my own personal, like, I'm an artist myself, so like I feel
Well,
for my friends that
yeah, I understand that because my sister, she's in graphic design, and she was the one who made the dragon for the last couple of season. We used the dragon. I was using that, but then it was just like, okay, I'm done with the dragon. Like, I want something like a New Orleans, like, Louisiana style. So, and I didn't want to pay her because that's that's my sister. Like, but
well,
so I
you're in
was like,
IT, do the trade thing, right? Like,
I
that's
just
what I
texted
that's what I like to do.
I just texted AI like, "Hey, make a logo for the paintball lounge." And that was the first
Hey, if it
try.
works, it works.
It did. That was the first try. If you look at the logo, that's literally the first thing that came out. I was like, perfect. That's actually what I want, and
Hey man,
I'm
if it
not getting
works,
rid
it
of it.
works, right?
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of it because it's just perfect. It's perfect because that's what I want. Simple. Screams Louisiana. This is perfect. I'm not changing it. No, I kind of agree that AI won't like be jeopardized. I just feel like that it's like I feel like a lot of stuff is going to be saying bad because now since AI and has been kind of taking over a lot of things in the
Well,
computer
so
world.
as okay, so like as we said, it's a bubble, so a lot of people are investing in it. There's a lot of money going into it, so people are
It's
so the companies are prioritizing that, which is killing my other hobby, which is PC gaming, right? Which that's how I got into IT, is literally wanting to host LAN parties with my friends, right? I learned how to network because I wanted all my friends to come over and us hook up our computers and play video games all night. So that you have to learn what a switch is and what a router is and how all that works and how to use IPs. Like to be able to do that, right? That's like how I got into it. But yeah, so like the AI, these companies that really we were their lifeblood for the longest time. Like Nvidia was
mm-hmm,
nothing more than a graphics card company until they figured out, wait, y'all can use our things to do the things that y'all want to do really fast. Let's keep, and it's just another market. And then it became more profitable, right? It was cryptocurrency 10 years ago,
right.
not even 10 years. So like 9 years ago, right? Like cryptocurrency, sorry, I got
You're good.
10% left. But so it was cryptocurrencies 10 years ago. That it's AI now, right? That like back in the day, crypto people were buying up all the graphics cards and scalping everything. Actually kind of still reeling from that. That's how graphics cards got up to $1,500, which like it's crazy to think that you can spend, that's like retail, right? That you
Right.
can spend as much on a graphics card as what the whole computer would cost. Like that's wild to me. Uh,
Oh yeah,
but
it's.
it, you know,
I
we
feel
can
like
thank
going.
crypto for that. We can thank they we would never have gotten to that point if it wasn't for the fact that those crypto miners were buying up all graphics cards and they got skyrocketed. And then these companies found out, hey, they'll keep paying this money, so they kept charging it. And now it's the other way around where they found out these AI guys were going to keep buying their chips, but they're still like, oh, hey, we're gonna still supply for y'all and bring back the older graphics cards. But if you really understood why they were trying to bring back the older graphics cards, it's because the uses older RAM. So like it's just crazy. It's just
Oh yeah.
crazy, man.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So I mean, you hit all of the questions for paintball. Like just you just like, and I love
I
it. And
told you I
like
talked a lot, bud.
I love it, and I love it. It gets the message out a little bit more clear. Helps me out. So, all right. So this part of the show, it's time for you to ask me a question. Put me on the hot seat.
Okay. Uh, what is your plans for 2026?
Well,
Like I'm talking about for play, like not paintball lounge. I'm talking about Zach. What does Zach want to do for paintball in 2026?
see, a lot. I mean, honestly, to me, I have a lot of stuff going on now since I am now going to be an owner of a Magfit rifle, which literally just I won it from the Anus Gear rifle. I did
That's
not
awesome.
know it was going. I did not know it was going to get a Magfit rifle. I really did not know. It was just okay.
So
So
there could be some big games in your future.
probably so. Once I get like all the attachments I want, because to me, I actually told my girl Danielle, like, shout out to you, babe, that I gotta start all over. And she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, I now have a new gun that I have to build.
It's not a starting over. It's just different. It's just
Yeah,
different, right?
yeah.
Like,
It's like
you
I
know,
now I gotta research all these things to like, okay, if this Picatinny rail is gonna work well, or I'm gonna
man, I
customize
watch
these.
Baker on YouTube, like I watch all the MagFed stuff. Like it's
Yeah,
something
it's
that I don't play, right? Like as I said, I don't play in the woods, I don't do the milsim thing. but I'll watch it on YouTube all day. It's still paintball, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's
So
still better than airsoft.
exactly. So there may be some times I will play some big games or just play with my mag fed rifle.
Hey, first strikes are dope. Like
I've
that's
always wanted to
really
try. I always want to try shooting first strike. So now I have a first strike rifle. So why not?
right.
So another thing is, hopefully I play more events. That's what I would like to do. Like, it's just like, go out there and play more events, but also just go out there and be in the event. Like,
Hmm.
kind of like, I don't want to do like Matt the Gym Rat, like what he does, because that's his style. That's what he does. Like, because he also
Hmm.
works for Lone Wolf. Like, he does these whole, like, hey, walkthrough of, I want to do that, but I don't want to be like him. So I'm going to think of
Have you
what
ever been to a national event?
I've been to a national event, seen how it is, but I've never been to a national event as the Paintball Lounge. I've always been there as a fan. Never got a chance to play a national event, which I want to.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's in lower divisions too. It's even more fun because again, like you're having so many people travel, right? You're never gonna see these teams ever again. There's a good chance that most of these teams won't even play another national event, like you might not. And it's just a lot of fun. And it's just like and it's really cool to see Rustin win one, by the way. This like shout out to Rustin in the LAX T5 team, man. Like, I got to watch them, like to see again. Rustin's been one of my friends for the longest time. To see him go and try to hang the flag with the dirty hit on his elbow on the last point was was great. Was great. It was one of my favorite things. But like shout out to them for winning, dude. They rocked it that whole weekend. I think they lost 2 points that whole weekend, so that was really cool to see. It's not a lot of times that your divisional friends win a national tournament, right?
Right. And I just want, like, that's what I wanted to do. And, but also for me for 2026, I just want to get people to play, more paintball. Hopefully, I get you know, a big break. Like, people put my logo on jerseys or, I get a big break. Hopefully, am I expecting it? No, I am not expecting it. But I don't really, I'm a simple guy. Like, I just do what I was born to do and see what
Hey,
takes
you're
me.
the, you know what? Like to be honest, so I know Dylan from, I think he plays over, I mean, coaches over at Gorilla, right? And he said that you were the voice of Louisiana paintball,
Yes,
right?
and I take that
But
with pride.
that's my whole thing. No one else is doing it, and no one else understands like how hard it is to put yourself out there and create something, and to accept the criticism behind it, to be able to take all of that. Like it's really difficult. It's really, really difficult. And to keep going too, like that, like kudos, dude. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like
Thank you.
no one else is doing it. And like if anybody has shit to say, like do something then. See how easy it is to sit there and do this consistently. Do interviews with random people over and over and over again. Find new topics to talk about. Find new things to talk about. Like
Hmm.
kudos, man. I know it's difficult. As a creative type myself, creating anything and putting it out into the world is difficult. Like, and it's hard, like just being honest with yourself, right? And like putting out an honest product, right? It's difficult. So like,
Yeah.
kudos. You deserve it, bud. So
It's
yes, you are. And then like also look who you interviewed, right? You had Ryan Greenspan on this. Like,
that I can't have all the credit for that. That was has to be gotta give credit to Danielle, my girl, because that was a 30th birthday gift that she did for me. And
that's awesome.
you know,
But he's not the only legend that's been on this show.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Nick Soviak got on here, and then we had a lot of people on here that were I consider legends. But it's like, it is very hard. I'm not gonna lie. It is extremely difficult, um, to not only host a podcast, but to make sure that your podcast is different. Like, for instance, I had to make the decision of taking off the live stream on YouTube. And why I did that? Because of the fact if people haven't watched so far of season 5, when I did with Johnny, we had to incorporate some new things into it to make it different. And I
Well, you got to
personally,
change things up, right? Like
yeah,
you can't keep everything static, right? Like it's it's only important that you keep changing things up and making it better and trying to adjust. And as we said, right? Like learning from your losses and try to always continue to do better, right?
exactly. And that's why, I took a really big risk of, taking out the whole live stream of YouTube. But in my, so far, I feel like it's gonna be much better because we are, incorporating ads for people who sponsors the Paintball Lounge. We are incorporating that. We're incorporating, like, a preview of the show. Like, we're doing all these new things that I said, like, hey, I got this idea from this person. Let's bring that idea to the paintball world because no one's doing it. Like,
Oh yeah,
you don't see a preview episode of what they're going to talk about. You don't see that. You don't see, like, you may see like one or two ads and stuff like that, but it's like, what is something different that we can do? And
right. And there's nothing wrong with getting inspiration from other avenues at all. Like that is, it's a form of flattery, right? Is that's what they always say with music. There's no original music. It's just flattering of like, everybody's just taking the influences of what you heard and trying to elaborate on that, right? And like
exactly.
that's only a sign of flattery because it means that you liked what I made, so you try to mimic that and do a little bit different and make it your own, right?
Yes, 100%. Any more questions? I mean, come on, man.
Let's see. Let's see. What is your favorite field to play at? And I'll even do this two ways. I'll say field to play at for fun and play field to play at for like serious.
Shit, I can't say.
Because you're the only one that plays at all of them, by the way.
Yeah, I
Like
know. Well, I didn't.
all of us, we dig our heels in and we stay at one place, right? You are literally the only one that goes everywhere. Again, voice of Louisiana paintball. As
I
much as
am the.
people want to say anything, like you go to all of the
If I
Louisiana
can.
paintball fields.
Yes, if I can. I haven't been to Lavina. I have not been to Lavina. It's just because I haven't had the
That's a
time.
drive.
Have to try. I know I gotta give the
No,
Lavina
it's a
push,
drive, dude. It's a drive. So yeah, no, I get that.
but I mean, so far, I mean, if I have to pick my casual spot, it has to be Command, Paintball Command, because not only they're open at 8:30 in the morning, but I have to give kudos to them because like they're always having people there. I love seeing, new players there, and um most of the guys, they know me and they know, like, hey, if I shoot you, you're going to be on YouTube. And so they do their crazy shit.
Yeah, Jordan plays out there a whole bunch rec ball. So like, yeah, Command's been such a pivotal part of Louisiana paintball. Like
And
we
that's
all
where I
have our
started.
stories playing out there, right? Like we all have our stories playing out there.
So the most seriousness that I feel like, if I have to pick seriousness, like there's two seriousness that I could think of. So this is going to split for two fields. I feel like LAX is going to be more serious because of the fact that it's the speedball course. But what I feel like is going to be more serious for like the new generation, like who's going to keep on coming up with these new ideas every single time, has to be, well, actually, no, I'm gonna say there's three parts because he. I'm about to say these two places are actually gonna come out with new things, and that's guerrilla warfare for Justin because he's always reinventing things every single time, and also Ryan from NOLA Paintball because the location he's at now and the new ideas he's
Have you
coming
been
up.
to his new location? I know that he
Yes, I
moved
have.
from. I haven't been to his new location yet after he moved out of Phil's old spot.
Yeah, so it's these two places or three places are literally the best seriousness that I feel like is going to change Louisiana paintball for the better because they are stepping
I sure
up.
hope so, man. The more fields, the better. That's the more places for people to play. That's
Mhm.
really that's the best thing for Louisiana paintball, right? And the less that we can be all clicky and tribal about this, the less we can do that, the better. We need to embrace each other and really support all of Louisiana paintball. It's too small, and it's too
It's too
fragile.
small.
And people really don't realize that. Like it really just takes two bad apples and it can ruin an entire scene at a field and
It already did.
by field, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Like what we have right now is super fragile, and everybody needs to take good care of it and treat it the way it's supposed to be treated, and not let anything happen to it. Which is everybody needs to play nice. Like LAX needs to play nice with PBC, needs to play nice with NOLA. Like we all need to understand that we're all trying to do the same thing,
Yeah,
right?
I
Like
agree.
and when we go to a tournament, we're all representing the same Southern Louisiana paintball because hopefully like it's been a realization that we do have a certain way of playing and like our own style of paintball that's actually does well. um
Mhm.
Kind of thank the Kings for kind of a little of that, but
We do. Yeah, and I agree 100% because you know when they did King of the South, I mean, it was a good idea to the concept of the idea of the King of the South tournament would have a lot of the Louisiana, you know, fields to be incorporated to get the exposure and everything.
local fields struggle so hard just doing a series because
Yes.
what happened with King of the South is what
Hmm.
happened, right? It like you end up playing the same guys every tournament. People then don't feel a reason to play the third tournament because they came in second to last, the last two. If they would have just been more one-offs and specials and like, off seasons and weird rules and like sort again, XTPL and champions and challengers, right?
Or hard point.
And they're in the a hard point. Right. Exactly. Like those are the kind of tournaments that I think that local fields really should be embracing a lot more of because it does emphasize more of just like the fun of paintball, right? And save the serious stuff for the regionals, right? Like
Yes.
we're starting to get like big enough regional tournaments that yeah, we can keep the serious stuff there, but I still feel like the fields need to be hosting their own one-off tournaments, right? I
Yes.
think you came up with a
100%.
great one with the one-on-one tournament for the belt. I'm sure, like you're not the first one to think of it, but I'm sad that it never happened. Like try to still get that organized, man.
Are you talking about this?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
You're talking about the old boy right here. Still have it.
God, that's a real belt. Are you a wrestling fan?
I am. It's funny
Me too,
story.
man.
Funny story, and I still talk about the story because I'm proud of it. And people always ask me, "Are you getting tired of how'd you found the paintball lounge? Like, what was the idea of it?" No, because it incorporates what I love. I mean, I do love pro wrestling. I do not like WWE
You
anymore.
know where the name evolution comes from.
Yes, I do. Hunter, which funny
Yeah, no, but
story
no,
is
we
that
we we like no, but what I'm saying is that we used LAX evolution. Evolution was because me and Rosie are wrestling fans, and we have you heard us do Ric Flair off the side of the field?
yeah,
Like what yeah, one of our like connecting things is like, can I get two claps and a Ric Flair, right? Like, yeah, we're big time wrestling fans. Not I don't watch the current product that much, and if I do
no,
catch, I
don't,
usually watch
don't,
a little bit of
don't.
AD. I watch a little bit of AEW here and there. Kind of a big John Moxley fan, but outside of that,
Yeah, it's just the thing about it is that where I got the idea of the paintball lounge was my girlfriend, then she was like, "You should make a podcast," and I went through so many names. I went through so many different names about it, and it was just horrible. And then I was watching ECW, the old version of ECW, when it was,
The real
Peacock,
version.
the real version. And I
Huh?
was I was watching. It was Tommy Dreamer, and he's in the stands. He's like literally in the stands. He's busted up wide open, and people are chanting, ECW, ECW. And I was like, you know what? I want to do that. I need that. This is what I need to start a podcast. I need to start a podcast that is so simple, 3 letters that I can run with it. And that's
The
where
Paintball Lounge.
yeah, TPL, TPL. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And everything else is history.
Word, dude. I had an inkling that you were a wrestling fan. So, and I
Yeah,
think it
I've been a
runs
wrestling
in I
fan.
runs in a lot of paintballers though, Todd
Joey's a
Martinez, right?
wrestling fan. Shit.
Yeah,
Joey's a
yeah.
wrestling fan. When I had the gloves of the
Joey's
Paintball
a
Lounge,
secret nerd too. He's really in the Magic the Gathering too.
yeah, he's in the Magic Gathering, which I am surprised there has not been a headband yet.
He did right. He did the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, but he hasn't
I'm,
done any MTG stuff. You're right.
yeah, I'm like, Joey, like,
Joey,
Magic the
hey, 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 come on. I need a
yeah,
Fire Mana headband. Like,
yeah.
that would be money.
I'm a death person. Sorry.
Oh God, Black Decks.
Yes, I'm just that kind of person. I mean, I just like that. That's
As
me.
long as it's not a blue deck. As long as it's not a blue deck.
Oh no, I don't touch
That's
that thing. I don't touch that, even though that's my favorite color. I don't touch it. But I think that's all, man. I mean, I think you know we cover everything.
word, dude. Well,
Yes,
again, I had a lot of fun. If you
same.
ever want me back, like I'll be more than glad to talk your ear off for an hour again.
Hey, I have no problem with it. It's good for people to understand that we have hey Louisiana paintball. We may be small and fragile, but guess what? We have these great players. We have these great people. You know,
Hmm.
and one day, hopefully one day, someone will come down Louisiana and try to search for y'all and be like, "Hey, well, you're on the paintball lounge. We saw you." Like one day,
Maybe
I,
one day. One day. I
that's
do want to
that would be
say, hey,
awesome.
anybody that is listening, Evolution is looking to pick up 2 more guys. So like if anybody's looking to try out, again, we don't really do tryouts. Just kind of give me a holler. Everybody kind of knows who I am at the field, and just come out and see if you fit in. If you just want a place to play, so just give me a hit, give me a holler.
What about me?
Again, if you want to come out and practice, bud, that's all. That's all. I'm a safe space. I will always say this. I am not a gatekeeper to paintball. I think that participation is just as important. I don't think that anybody should be left to the sidelines. And again, the sport is about personal growth, right? So like, I will always be a safe person for somebody to come out and get spins. Now, I might not bring you to the tournament with me, but I will always make sure that you practice, right? Like that you can get your case through. So like, give me a holler.
I will. Probably not this weekend because I'm going to Fan Expo.
Hey, so we're friends with Wyatt, right? You talk with Wyatt a little bit,
I love it.
and I'm telling you, you should start printing out some paintball lounge flyers and go give them out at these anime expos and stuff. Talk about bringing in some like-minded individuals, man.
Tempt me.
Dude, I'm serious though. Like, I start my own paintball team because I wanted to build a paintball team with other like-minded guys like myself. Wouldn't that make sense for yourself, right? That you would go to places with other guys, and sure enough, you're into a lot of these things and you would be into paintball. I'm sure that there's other people that are into those things that would be into paintball as well. And they're just waiting for that guy to go, hey, come play paintball. Like
Okay,
there's a guy on my team, Zach. Okay, I
I
know
know
you've
him.
met him, big tall guy, right?
Yeah, I
He is
stupid.
that guy for me. I showed up at somebody's house with a paintball gun. He was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I was like, "Come out and play paintball." And he sure enough came out, and now he's a baller, right? Like now he's out every weekend, like and
He's a
we
baller, all right.
part of the team now, right? But I'm telling you, you just need to invite people, and they keep keep going, right? Like
Right.
keep bringing them out. So, but yeah, man.
Yeah, I will. You know, I might take that consideration really hard because we have flyers. We don't have a lot of flyers, but we have enough to where, and we do still have stickers. So, and everybody likes a free sticker. I mean, come on.
Exactly. Exactly, man.
But yeah, I will definitely take it into consideration, really. And I will run it through my girl because she is my silent partner. So everything I
Oh, dude,
do,
we wouldn't be able to do it without the women that we have. Do not
oh
get
yeah,
me
without
wrong.
a doubt.
I would not be able to play paintball and do all the things with two little kids if I didn't have a strong female being able to let me do these things, right? Not
Amen.
allow me, but like help me do these things, right? She like we're brought up by our partners, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Um, I think, but yeah, man, I think that's it because I know you got kids and they
Yep,
probably
that's
need attention
bedtime.
from their dad. So I'll see you probably next Sunday, maybe. I'll let you know.
All right, sounds good, Zach.
All right. Stay on the app so that way it would upload. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right, y'all. That was Andrew Beard from LAX Evolution. I hope y'all enjoy this podcast of the Paintball Lounge, especially this episode. And if you have, please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this podcast with your friends and family. Let's get to more people to play paintball, especially in Louisiana. You know, we're humble and we do the best we can. I've been your host, Zachary. This has been the Paintball Lounge. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good night.